Hi everybody, it's Nat, and today I'm here with another reading vlog video. Today, I have been thinking about making this a spoiler-free review. We'll see as I continue to read if I can. But I didn't even mention what book I am reviewing / reading, but that is Ready Player One by Earnest Cline, and this is actually a reread for me, and I think this might be the first reading vlog I've ever done of a reread. No, oh my gosh, that is so not true. I reread the entire Gregor series. What am I even saying? I feel like I should just scrap this intro, oh my gosh. But no, so I am doing a reread, not my first one. But yeah, I am reading Ready Player One. I am rereading it in preparation for the movie, which I am so excited about. Ready Player One is, I think, in my top 5, literally one of the best books I've ever read. I know it's super popular, and everybody loves it, but I am on the bandwagon. I freaking love Ready Player One. So good. Also, sorry if the angle's a little weird. I'm like actually laying down on my bed just casually, but so I am rereading Ready Player One, and I was thinking about making it, or I am thinking about making it spoiler free, because so that people can watch this and get excited about it, because like with the movie coming out, there's a lot more hype about it. So I want people to be able to watch this, or like review of it, and be able to not get spoiled in case they do want to read it, if they're interested from after seeing the movie. So I am thinking about making this spoiler free, but also I'm like, in my reading vlogs, I like talk about exactly where I am in the book, so I'm not sure. So I mean, by the time this video is done and uploaded, you guys will know if this is spoiler free or not. I am rambling. Wow, I am normally, well, maybe I'm a rambler. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling more than normal. But anyways, I have just started the book. I just wanted to come on here really quick and just talk about how excited I am to be rereading this book. Like I said, I just literally love this book so much. It just makes my heart so happy, and it's been a while since I read it. I read it when I was studying abroad in Australia. It's like 2 years ago-ish. Yeah, like 2 or 3 years ago, pretty much exactly, almost. So it's so good to be back in this world. I wish there were more books like this that I have read. If you guys actually, yeah, if you have read this book and you know of books like this, like actually similar, not just like it's compared to like the grown-ups Harry Potter, but like no, like they're not even similar. So if you know books that are actually similar, let me know, because I would really like to know, because I love this book, and I want to read this. I am just rambling. Wow, I want to read Earnest Cline's second book, but I've also heard it's not that good, so I'm unsure. So let me know also if you read that book, if you like it. But yeah, I am literally so far into this video, and I have done nothing but just randomly talk. Oh my gosh, if this is your first video of mine that you're seeing, I am sorry. I swear normally I'm not such a chatterbox. Oh my good lord. But no, this book, for those of you who don't know, it's pretty much, I mean, it's in the future, but like it's really close to today, because like my dad and the guys who created the Oasis, like the video game that this is about, they were born like around the same time. So I mean, sure, it's a little bit in the future, but like not really, so I'm gonna call it present day. But pretty much it's present day, where they have finally perfected virtual reality. It's something everybody today wants, but they have finally perfected it, and it has been released to the world, and everybody is living inside this awesome virtual reality called the Oasis. And one of the creators who created the Oasis dies and decides to have like a scavenger hunt, or like an Easter egg hunt, to find like an egg and win his fortune, win his like controlling interest in the company. And so we follow the main character Wade as he goes about trying to win this scavenger hunt, and there's like an evil corporation, a bunch of super awesome characters, and it's just an all-around good time. There are loads of 80s references. I don't know how this would read if you don't know anything about the 80s. Like I said, my dad was born around the same time as the creator of the Oasis, so he's like obsessed with the 80s just like the creator, and so I feel like I got a lot of the references just because of my dad, but like I was born significantly after the 80s, well, not significantly, but enough after the 80s, so like without my dad I wouldn't know like anything about it. But yeah, but it's a really good read. I'm so excited to be rereading it. If you have any interest in the 80s, definitely pick it up. If you have any interest in sci-fi, definitely pick it up. If you have any interest in just a good book, definitely pick it up. But I have been talking a lot, and I haven't even really talked about this book because I'm hardly even started on it. But yeah, I love this book. I'm so excited to be rereading it, and I'll update you guys more as I go. We will see if this ends up being spoiler free, but it's just so good. Hello again! So I am actually in my car. I am waiting for my husband to get his hair done, or not hair done, like get a haircut. And I was reading and I was like, why not do another update? So I'm on page, 149 now of Ready Player One, and literally this book is insane. I am just like reading it again, just reaffirming how much I absolutely love this book, but I still haven't quite decided if I want this to be like a spoiler review or spoiler free review. I'm kind of thinking spoiler free, so I'm gonna keep it vague. But this book, like the way he introduces everything, like if you think about it, it's kind of info dumping. Like we get so much information like so quickly, but just like the way Earnest Cline does it, I feel like it's natural, you know. It's like, it's not just like in the course of conversation he'll like just dump a bunch of info on you. He'll mention something and then there'll be like another section of explanations, like, you know, it's a lot of info dumping, and I just really like that they're doing that instead of just like putting it like in the conversation and making it like unnatural that like you're getting this much information. I just really like the writing style. Like yeah, the writing style is just so great. I am just so excited to get into this. This might be spoilery, so maybe if you're like super not into spoilers, like it's kind of obvious that this is going to happen, but I don't think it's explicitly stated. So plug your ears or something if you want to be like super zero spoilered. But he just passed the Copper Gate, which is exciting. So yeah, Parzival was the first one, and I love his name. I love all of the references. I am just so in love with this stinky book. But I think that's pretty much all for now. I will update you guys more. I think I am going to keep it spoiler free, so that is exciting for people who have not read this book, because everybody definitely should. But yeah, I think this is an awkward angle. You can see my steering wheel, so I think I will go ahead and go, but I will see you guys really soon for you guys. Okay, so I just finished up Ready Player One, and literally, I know I've said this entire video, but literally this series is so good. Or wait, what? Series? It's just one book. This book is so good. Like, the ending is just so intense, and I was seeing some reviews, and I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, very few people were saying that like they didn't like the ending because it was so like of course. But I really like the ending because I do not feel like it's of course at all. I mean, like in most books, the vast majority, things work out okay in the end. So I feel like they did a really good job of making it seem like this could actually happen, like to be okay in the end. Like I feel like a lot of times things are like, it's like obvious and it's like, maybe I see what they're saying, but I don't think the author did this. I feel like if you don't know what's happened in the book, I am not making sense at all. But there's like a part in the book where something from earlier like happens and kind of saves the day almost. And I feel like a lot of people are hating on that, but I'm like, no, I really liked the way that was executed. I feel, oh gosh, that did not make sense at all. But no, I love this book. It's so good, so amazing, so just like gripping. Like once you start, the first time I read it and the second time when I knew it was gonna happen, I was just glued to the book the entire time. I could not stop reading. It just sucks you in, and I really, really enjoyed the scavenger hunt part. And I didn't grow up in the 80s, but my dad's a huge 80s fan, and so I did get a lot of the references. Obviously not even close to all of them, but a lot of the references I did get, and so it was fun to kind of read about that and like understand the references. I feel like this would be a really hard book to read if you don't know anything about the 80s. But yeah, if you have not read Ready Player One, definitely go pick it up. It is so good. Even if you don't normally read sci-fi, I feel like it's a sci-fi book without being too sci-fi-y. Like it's very relatable. Like it's not so far-fetched, I feel like, as sci-fi normally is, because you're in the away, like it's a few years in the future, but like not that many, but you're living inside a video game. But I feel like I am not making any sense. but I feel like it's not too like out of this world. It's very relatable. I don't know, I'm not making sense, but seriously, read this book if you guys haven't. It is so amazing. I just want to briefly touch on the characters. These are some of the best characters I've ever read. The first, actually, like, the main character, Wade, I would say he's probably the weakest of all the characters. He does not get drug along, not at all. But I feel like he does a lot of really crazy, like, leader type things where he, like, takes the initiative. But I do feel like at the end of the day, if he was just by himself, like, he wouldn't not do the things that he does. I feel like because he has these people in his life, he is able to do the things that he did. Again, I feel like I'm not making any sense. But maybe when you read the books it'll make more sense. And then the other few main characters I really enjoyed. If you guys just do decide to read it, I think Artemis is my favorite. I love her. H is another good one. Yeah, H is pretty cool. But yeah, I really do like all the characters. I feel like Wade I like him as a character, but if apart from the hunt, I feel like he would not be a very likable person. Whereas I feel like H and Artemis, and then there's a few other characters, but we don't see too much of them. I feel like they would be likable. Maybe that's just because we get the part of Wade that like nobody else sees, whereas the other characters we don't get that part. We only get the part that they're showing to other people. We don't get like their deep inside emotions as we do with Wade, so we get to see a lot more of like the dark side of Wade. But yeah, I liked him and I think he's a good character, but I feel like in real life I would not like that guy. But okay, enough rambling. Again, seriously, just read this book. It is so good. But I think that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below if you have read this book and what you thought of it, and if you're going to see the movie and if you're excited about it. I'm very excited about it, but I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.